Yeah, he says, this is a gift for my twos mate. Please review for carry me in game. I'm his partner, Captain Kangaroo, in this one, so feel free to roast me too if it pleases. Love your content. Yeah, I think what you're saying in chat, I was watching as well. He doesn't have a Twitch account to chat. No problem. Well, carry me. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna roast your gameplay apparently. Nah, not really. Maybe a little bit, but we'll see. And people can guess what rank they think this is, I suppose. Can we change, one of the mods, if you haven't already, can you change the title? You probably already did. Oh, you did already. King Spectre's way ahead of me. Jolly Rauncher 77, thanks to the 3-month prime, by the way. Really appreciate it. Diamond 1 or 2. Okay. Diamond half. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on here. Alright, Captain Kangaroo doing a little cheat in field. I like that. We're winning the kickoff outright. Now we both make a play for this boost. So, okay, this is actually interesting, because this happens in quite a lot of twos games where you'll both end up on the same side of the field. You'll both need boost. But obviously you can't both take the 100. So what you'll usually want to do here is just look at who has the better line of attack on the ball, and that player can take the 100 boost. So here, Nice2BNice has a better line. Captain Kangaroo, he's got a much quicker route to that ball. He can grab the 100 boost, chip that in field, take a shot, and as such, carry me should not like auto dodge to this boost. Should be just chilling. Just grab a small pad. There's a small pad to your right. We shouldn't be using the boost that we have. Grab a small pad to the right, and then you can grab the one behind it as well. Come forward, grab the one to your that's immediately to your left right now, and you're gonna be all good. You're gonna have plenty of boost. But I know a lot of players, carry me included, it would seem, pretty much only look for big boost pads when they're trying to rotate around the field. So it's just one of those habits you have to get rid of. You have to try and get better looking for those small boost pads. Oh, Sharif in chat, I didn't see. Sharif, it was good games, man. It was good games. Really entertaining stuff, as always. Subaru, thanks to the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the stream. So I want to see what Nice2BNice does here. So he chips the ball off the wall and then immediately goes for a rebound. I wouldn't bother with this. Not worth it. This looks like a really easy interception for the guy in the back wall, so we have to respect that. Better play would just be to steal their boost, because their boost is right there. So this is fine. They're chipping the ball up like this. He might miss. We don't need to jump in order to score if he does miss. Like if he misses that, then we jump and hit the ball. You know, you don't go for this. Not worth it. Just steal the boost and get in position for the rebound if he misses. Now we're way further back than we should be on carry me. We should have just grabbed small boost pads, and we'd probably be able to hit this ball here as it bounces, because it's always a safe time to challenge a ball when somebody's air dribbling is right when they hit the ground. That's the one time they can't jump. Okay, we're chipping into the corner. That's not a bad idea. And we're going for a bump. It's not likely to work really, unless Nice2BNice has called that he can follow up on a shot here, and the bump probably won't do much. Just for future reference, centering a ball and then going for a demo in 2v2 is incredibly risky, and you don't really want to do it on a fast center ball. You can do it on a slow center ball, because that's like not dangerous at all for your opponent, or for your teammate rather, to judge whether or not you should go for it. But a fast one like this, the ball's coming across high and quick, like it's already halfway across the box by the time your teammate knows whether or not you've hit the demo. This is the moment where your teammate knows if you hit the demo or not, and he already has to be on the goal line at that moment. It's way too quick, you know what I mean? Like if you're going to go for a demo on a goalie on a center ball, the ball has to be like coming across the goal behind you, like after you get the center. Okay, there's a big boost for us. One of us has to pressure this ball with a fake challenge. The other has to be ready to make a play afterwards. There's the fake challenge from Captain Kangaroo, and then he can just turn around and make a real one himself. That's perfect. Now we should use a little bit of our boost to go back here. This is something else that is sort of a bad habit for players around this rank. Not being willing to use boost to go back. But if you watch high level players, RLCS players, they'll use a lot of boost just to go back. Like right here, why are we not boosting? To go away from the ball. That would give us a bigger run up. It would give us more time and space to get behind it. Like clearly we're saving all of our boost for going forward at the ball, but you actually give yourself more space if you're willing to use boost to go back as well. We'll look out for other opportunities to do that this game. Not a bad shot. Want to get this as high as possible though. Doesn't he overanalyze? Well, what do you want me to do? Sit here and say absolutely nothing? I've watched people do replay reviews where they do this. They'll just hit play and watch 30 seconds and say nothing. Like, why do people even pay for that? If somebody doesn't have something to say at pretty much every stage of a Rocket League game, they shouldn't be analyzing your replay. Because if like you're at the stage of like game knowledge, where you know you've watched so much Rocket League as I have, or played as much Rocket League as a pro player has, then you have something to say. You have several things to say about literally every ball touch that happens. It's like when I'm casting. I have to pick and choose what I'm going to say because there's so much to talk about. The other guy faked us pretty badly here. He's coming forward. I don't hate you going up for this though. You were just trolling? Oh, okay. Good troll. I think it's hard to get GC in 3s or 2s when solo queuing. Probably 3s. But yeah, both are very achievable. Okay, this is a terrible challenge. Not because it's missing, but because we're going for it in the first place. Like, this is a position where you should almost never go for a challenge in 2v2 ranked if your goal is to rank up. Because very often when you challenge a ball like this, you're getting a losing 50-50. I mean, in this spot, your best case scenario is a dunk that just bounces into their goal. But that's happening maybe one time out of 1,000. And other good scenarios for you are like a dunk where the ball goes center, which is actually not that good for us. It might seem good. You're thinking, oh, I could dunk this and then it's middle and my teammate can score. But actually that's not what that isn't what happens if you center this. If you get a big dunk and center this, the goalie takes the ball, you're out of the game, and the goalie's dribbling your other teammate. So it's pretty bad actually. So one of your best case scenarios is a bad scenario. That shows how bad this position is for us. 50-50s in the other team's corner in 2v2 are almost always bad. You shouldn't try to do them. Aerial challenges in 2v2 are almost always bad, and you should try not to do them. Aerial saves and aerial clears are necessary. Understand the difference. Let's see if we can defend this long siege. There's kind of not really much in the way of thought being put into lots of these touches. We get locked up. Captain Kangaroo really has to play this ball. Like, not letting this ball bounce over you is a must. We have to play that quicker, because you know that the other team are going to be attacking this ball as early as possible. So you have to imagine, well, if I'm an attacker, how early would I hit this ball? And now hit it earlier as a defender, because your job as a defender is much easier than an attacker. An attacker has to put this on target for it to be a good touch. You just have to put it anywhere but on target, essentially. But you've got options. You could just tap it lightly to the left. You could get under it and pop it up into the air. You could just get behind it and cushion it, bring it down. There's a lot of things you can do here. You could play it hard off the curve if you're confident in that. But don't sit and wait for the ball to come to you. You absolutely have to go to the ball in that kind of position where it's bouncing off your back wall. Never let it go over you. Never let the ball come to you there. Okay, so we're staying in the goal. I really like this. This is fantastic because that allows our teammate to have freedom to challenge the ball. And let's look at what happens. So our teammate's in the corner. It would have been very, very easy for us to get baited into that corner as well. I've seen lots of teams do it. It's really important that when one player goes to the corner to attack the ball, the other doesn't. This flip is really bad though, as we can see, because it takes us completely out of position. We should not be flipping here. We should just be reading this bounce. I guess you thought it was bouncing up or something, but that's too risky to commit to a read on this kind of play, because if it doesn't bounce up, you're in a horrible position. Like, yeah, if it bounces up, you're in an okay position, but look how bad of a position you're in if it doesn't. You've always got to think about, okay, what am I going to do if it doesn't pan out as I planned? We should just hang back there and then we'd have a power clear. But because we've positioned ourselves in the goal line on carry me, that means that we have an easy save. We do control the ball relatively well, and now both of us are going for it. Bit of a giveaway. Not sure if Captain Kangaroo saw how much space there was. Let's take a look. I'm guessing that since Carry Me's name is Carry Me, Captain Kangaroo usually does most of the dribbling and stuff. But yeah, both of you here have so much space on the ball. Captain Kangaroo could see that. Could you see this? Maybe you couldn't see this. Guess maybe you thought he was challenging you because he did just cross past the ball. Which is, yeah, it's possible that you just got faked off this challenge. But yeah, Captain Kangaroo's touch is also not a controlling touch. So both of you are kind of just autopiloting into the ball there. Not much intention to control. Fake challenge is the best thing you can do here. The reason why is because your job as the initial challenger is really just to make this guy do something. You know, flipping into the ball. Yeah, we got the ball past him into the corner, but so what? Now, their goalie takes it. We're out of the game. We're both just kind of doing nothing. Like, let's think. I just want to encourage fake challenges because they're really they're so impactful. Like right here, we drive forward. We're in a really deceptive line. He probably thinks a challenge is coming. Which guy is it? This guy. He absolutely does. We're right behind the ball. Perfect. That's exactly where you want to challenge from, like behind the ball, because it disguises your approach. If you just drive forward here, you've got a few options. One of them is just drive straight into him without jumping. You might get a demo. That's brilliant if you get a demo, if he's hiding behind the ball like this. Number two, we fake a challenge, which is also great, because he will probably flip into the ball and give it away. And the third option is what you went for. That's flipping into the ball. And now we're just in the corner with the ball. It doesn't really, nothing happens here. Yeah. Recovery's doing some serious work. Like right here, we jump. And then we're like, oh no, we missed it. And then our car just falls down to the ground. Like at all moments that your car is floating through the air like this, we should be air rolling, we should be air steering to get the best landing possible. Yeah, this is definitely risky, but there is some upside to this risk. I'm okay with risk taking if there is upside. And we were coming in pretty quick here. But yeah, the risk is, of course, we're committing as last man in a 2v2 while our teammate's out of the game. And also, we're committing on a ball that our teammate is extremely close to. Oh, the bronze center ball. We're both committing again, but our teammate is recovering this time, so it's less risky. I think this is probably okay to go for, to be honest. Like, this guy could just completely miss that ball. A lot of people at this rank will totally flip away from the ball here. Diamond 1, Diamond 2. Yeah, he could miss this. So there's enough upside to going for this that it's okay. With our teammate recovering, it's probably fine. Now, this is where it gets interesting because your instinct was to rotate away like you're playing 3v3. See here? This is the misplay. This is fine, you know, like going for this kind of ball. Recovery needs to be more like, well, quicker basically. Like right here, like as soon as you realize that you missed that, we should already be turned and like steering as fast and driving forward. None of this like little reverse on the landing and then forward again. But here we should be pressuring the ball on a recovery. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. This is groundbreaking to your 2s game. So in 3v3, you would usually, if you do something like this to land in the opposition goal, you would usually have 2 players back. One of them would be challenging the ball, one of them would be covering the challenge and covering the goal. But in 2v2, you don't have that. You just have one guy back when you land in the other team's goal. And you are not defending the goal, are you, from here? So the easiest way to explain it is in 2v2 defense, one of you usually pressures the ball, the other person defends the goal. Who's defending the goal here out of these two? It's this guy, Captain Kangaroo. So that means that you, Carry Me, have to pressure the ball. And that is why ball chasing on your rotation back in 2v2 is way better than rotating away from the ball. And it breaks my heart when I watch people getting coached to rotate away. Like this is like honestly so big, and it will change your game immensely in a good way if you start ball chasing on your recoveries. But don't just drive into the ball. Go for predominantly demos. That's what you're looking for. They're beating Ghost in the semifinals of Astro? No way, that's insane. But see, do you see what's happening here in the follow-up? Because we didn't ball chase. Now, he's in a position to just take a shot and dribble both of you. We do get a save on it, but let's just take a bird's eye view on this and see what we could have done if we ball chase. So here we are. We're recovering. We're probably right about here. We're driving towards him. And then he cuts the ball in field. Bam! We demo him right here. Just dead. He's just dead. We demo him. Side on. He doesn't see us coming. Nobody sees people coming in this position. See, he's looking forward. Slam. You hit him in the side. He's gone. And now Captain Kangaroo has the ball for free. That's just a bouncing ball for our teammate to collect. Like, there's a reason why I'm talking extensively on this. Like, the ball chase recovery in 2v2 is massive. Absolutely massive. 2v2 and 3v3 are completely different games. 3v3, you rotate away from the play, give your teammates space to move in. You become the new third man. 2v2, you stay front man. None of this like swapping out, swapping in that you see in threes. None of that. If you're out the game, keep pressuring the ball. Your teammate will stay back until he has to come in. This is another good example of this, actually. Let's take a look. Role reversal. His mind is being blown by this. That's good. I like it. Because, yeah, the ball chase to defensive strategy is probably the one thing that will really improve your game the most based on what I've seen strategically. Amongst, there's a couple of other things I mentioned. Right, so role reversal. We're now the team, or we're the player defending the goal. Captain Kangaroo is the player pressuring the ball. Now, there's two things that could happen here. Number one, this guy will dribble Captain Kangaroo with a very heavy touch and we can take the ball for free. Number two, he'll... I guess there's three things that could happen. Number two, he'll dribble Captain Kangaroo with a light touch, which will mean that Captain Kangaroo can just turn around and continue pressuring the ball from the advanced position. Or number three, Captain Kangaroo makes a successful challenge. This is another reason, I'm going to just very quickly mention, this is another reason why the fake challenge is so good. Because if you fake this challenge, he's probably going to make a play anyway. And if that play was a light touch, you can then demo him from behind. Or just, stay on him. If you make a real challenge, we're now out of position a little bit. So yeah, fake challenge would have been sick here. Just, yeah, fake challenges and demos, basically. But yeah, this is too light of a touch for us to move in. It's super risky to move in. Don't move in on this. Just let your teammate pressure. Like, Captain Kangaroo's secured ball pressure. He's in the other guy's face. The other guy has to get past him. He has to worry about Captain Kangaroo turning around and continuing to be near him. Like, see, Captain Kangaroo's right on him here. And this guy, this touch here would have been straight to you. Right now, if you just waited back, you would be able to take this ball for free. You know what I mean? But the two rules that we broke is rule number one, we drove way too close to our teammate in 2v2. Rule number two, we didn't just let our teammate pressure the ball while staying back. Nice flick. Nicely done. Very nice. Okay, we're back in it. Nice, Bryce. Thanks for the 3-month tier 1. Welcome back. Okay, so we messed up that touch and then we tried to right our own wrong. Great gesture, but yeah, we just got on the wrong side of the ball here. We wanted to clear it. That's just need a bit of practice on that one. But well done, Kangaroo, for driving into the goal, because then he wasn't underneath the ball and he had a good line of attack on it. We both went for it. I'm actually okay with a double touch on this, to be honest, because better to send two people than nobody, and that's a pretty chaotic situation. And if we had recovered more quickly, it wasn't even the recovery that was a problem. We actually recovered fine. Like this, well, maybe not fine, but it was okay. Like this landing could have been better, but hey, at least we got moving pretty quick. We saw the guy coming in. We just have to react quicker. We're not boosting for so long. Look how late our boost is. We just get beaten to the ball by being too slow. Meanwhile, Captain Kangaroo, also pretty late on boosting to get back into goal. Both of you pretty late on using your boost there. I talked about this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid to use boost. In fact, be encouraged to use boost to get back into defense, to get into more defensive positions. Don't just think of boost as a thing to attack with and to aerial with. Okay, so we panicked here. Seems like you do tend to panic when there's an opponent close to the ball. If this seems like a consistent thing for you, if this is something you always have problems with, just take your time. Take your time in offense. You know, you can't have any patience in defense. You have to be very clinical and decisive. But in offense, just like, there's no rush here. Like, no threat whatsoever. The first guy's backwards, the second guy's miles away. We can let that ball bounce another time, and then we can hit it on that bounce. See? He just beamed that one. Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, he missed the ball. But we didn't need to go for the aerial. We didn't need to make life difficult for ourselves. Like, that guy's... he's still backwards. Like, you see, O'Ratty is currently not facing the ball. And that means that we don't need to rush this. If he turned, then, yeah, of course we rush the ball. But he didn't, so why are we rushing the ball? Like, even if we hit this ball hard, who are we taking out of the game? It's probably just a pass to their goalkeeper. Use boost to get back into defense. Use the boost. Use the boost. Oh my goodness, the boost needs to be used to go back. I talked about this like earlier in the game, and I talked about it just moments ago with Captain Kangaroo. Use boost. If we're not moving back into defense supersonic, then we're doing it wrong. You wanted to surprise him with a long shot? Yeah, I mean, I would do that if the defense looked like they were ill prepared for it, but they were both pretty deep, so. I mean, if a team is ball chasing heavily against you and sitting way, way off their goal line a lot, then absolutely play the power shot route. And I do want to encourage you to practice long range shots and power clears, because they are an extremely important skill. But based on what I'm seeing, your current skill set is not going to be able to consistently hit long range boomers on target. And that, combined with the fact that the other team have not played particularly aggressively when you're on the ball, means that you should probably just slow down the attack more. Neither of you have tried to slow down the attack at all. It's all just like hit the ball as hard as possible every single time, pretty much. Apart from I think the one time you slowed down the attack is the time that you scored. Actually, when you dribbled, you scored. So I want to see more of that. Look how defensive the other team are. They back off immediately. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they're not getting in your face at all. This guy drives. Oh, he drove away to the halfway line instead of turning around and challenging. If the other team are early challenging everything, then yeah, flick early, shoot early, clear early. Little breakdance in the post there. Interesting. But if they're not, if they're backing off most of the time, then dribble them. Oh, well, I said earlier on, well done for singing goal. Well, Captain Kangaroo is in the corner. We didn't do that here. And also, it's the same thing I talked about earlier. Just think about it like this. Who's defending the goal here? Who's pressuring the ball? Okay, Captain Kangaroo's ball pressure has led to the other team having the ball, but what are we doing meanwhile? We're autopiloting off the goal line. We've made our own position 10 times worse, because now we're off the goal line. We can't easily save any shot. If we were back to where we were, here, we easily save any shot. Maybe you want to be a little bit more turned to the left, but everything else is fine. But yeah, we drove off the goal line preemptively. Now we're in a bad position. And then we double commit. Kangaroo still has ball pressure. Yes, the ball went over him briefly, but he still has it. See, he's still pressuring the ball. We don't need to pressure the ball. We need to defend the goal. Make sure in two's defense that one of you is always doing one each on both those things. And you'll have every angle covered. Give each other space. Play the roles when it's your turn to play them. Covering the goal, pressuring the ball. Do those things and don't take yourself out of the game. You're going to win a lot of games. Yeah, good job with the flick again. Yeah, Nice2BNice with the ground play. I want to see more of this. More slow play. Okay, big kickoff win. We should go for this. And we do go for this. And it's just gone in. The madman. That's just a forfeit for the other team. Yeah, the reason I say we should go for this is because this is a difficult read for someone. He's coming side on. He could absolutely panic here because he knows that you're here. So he might jump earlier than he's comfortable with and miss. And therefore we can and should go for it because it's a very, you know, big reward if we put that not just on target, but near the goal, because Captain Kangaroo is coming in for a follow-up. So yeah, there's big upside to that, even though we were playing aggressively to go for it. It's also a great rebound to practice, so really well played. Okay, what did we do here that we shouldn't do? Twitch chat? What should we have done here? We've been talking about it all game. Sorry, I asked two questions there, which both have opposite answers. What should we do here that we didn't do? Yeah, Smelt's got it. Pressure. Ball chase. Stay on it, yeah. Pressure the ball. And again, you just have to ask yourself these questions. Who has the ball? Oh, the other team. Am I defending the goal from here? No. Well, better pressure the ball. It's that simple. That is the flow chart, or the flow chart. Other team has ball. Can I defend the goal from where I am? Then the no tree comes down. If your answer to that is no, if you can't defend the goal, which we absolutely can't from here, then it's our turn to pressure the ball. Let our teammate defend the goal, because he can defend the goal from there. So pressure the ball. We should turn to the left here and immediately pressure it. Force this guy to do something. He did something anyway, because, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but he did. But that's ideal. Ideally, we drive forward, drive up to him. That's it. Just drive up to him. Just be present in the area that the ball is in. Like, we turn left here, make sure that that guy sees us, and then he has to do something. He has to either try to dribble us or pop it or take a long shot. But the danger here is if this guy took the ball under control and then he's good at dribbling, he could just dribble Captain Kangaroo. It's really scary. If that guy's a good dribbler, you just conceded. Luckily, he's not a good dribbler. He thinks he's a freestyler, and he aerialed for absolutely no reason and did absolutely nothing. It was well dealt with by Captain Kangaroo nonetheless. Okay, now we're both kind of in the same place, so one of you has to pick who's going to pressure the ball. Looks like it's going to be Captain Kangaroo. But yeah, the pressure was done well there. See? Captain Kangaroo's presence was enough to make this guy have to accelerate fast to the left to get the ball away from Captain Kangaroo, and that's given Carry Me the extremely easy fake, apparently. But hey, at least you didn't get demoed. I see you were trying to avoid the demo here. Yeah, maybe just break checking him earlier would have made sense here. You don't recommend cheating on kickoff and twos? I absolutely recommend cheating on kickoff and twos. If your teammate is in your party, you should cheat on every kickoff. If your teammate sucks at winning kickoffs, keeping it in the middle, then just staying goal. Never go for boost and twos, ever. Always cheat or stay in goal. Never go for boost. Unless your teammate is exceptional at losing a kickoff in the direction of one of the back corners, then you can go for boost. Yeah, we could have maybe break checked this guy to avoid the demo. We avoided the demo anyway. But we could have avoided it and played the ball, maybe. That's a very small thing, though. Yeah, right now, we just want to avoid taking ourselves out of the game. Oh, we almost did there. We're creeping forward again, like we were earlier. Yeah, this is good possession play. Looks like we might want to practice some no ball cam dribbling. If I was suggesting one drill for you, it would be that. We don't need to go for this kind of thing with us being in the lead like this, but hey, I think you just reacted a bit slow to Orati, which is understandable. What did we just do? What did we just do? We did a 3v3 play. We're leaving the ball so our teammate can go in. But why? Why swap? We don't need to swap. We already have someone in position to ball pressure. And here's just one more thing. I know I've been talking about this all day, but there's one other reason why. Even if you have 16 boost, as we do here, or 0 boost, you should stay on pressure the ball. Because think about it, right? If we flip away here with 16 boost, and our teammate flips in with 100 boost, and then he takes a 50-50, and the ball goes flying into our half, are we well equipped to deal with that with 16 boost? Not at all. Whereas if we, with our 16 boost, turn around, pressure the ball, yeah, sure, take a 50-50, bump the guy who's dribbling, whatever, just do something to this guy. Yeah, we could do all that with 16 boost, and our teammate at the back is 100 to deal with whatever happens. So it's just another reason to stay pressuring the ball, like in this kind of spot. Just be here. Just imagine if you just stopped right here. How annoying that would be for the other team. If you were just parked underneath the ball here, that's so annoying for the other team. They're like, "Ice, why won't he just go away?" You can hear them. They're like, "Oh, this stupid ball chaser, he won't go away." They think you're an idiot, but actually you're 500 IQ MVP for ball chasing. Oh, that was risky. So maybe a little bit of a communication breakdown. But yeah, Kangaroo can absolutely leave this ball. You got to call it though. Yeah, Kangaroo, aka Nice2BNice, in this kind of position should definitely just let that ball roll through. This is so close to the goalkeeper. I think we got the dub. Yep. Don't go for that. Just fake a challenge. Okay, this is probably fine, but it's kind of risky. Fake a challenge. Fake challenge would have been sick here because then we're still in the game. And pressuring the ball, and our teammate doesn't have to come in. He could just sit and goal with 100. Okay, we got the win. Yeah, overall, good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for the replay again. Nice2BNice. I wanted to obviously talk mostly about ball pressure that game because I think that's the one thing that's going to completely elevate your guys' rank and gameplay together. I'm glad you had some laughs there. Yeah, I talked a lot about strategy. If you want, I'm not going to reiterate everything I just said because you can catch it in the VOD. Just watching it back. But you know, talking a bit more about mechanics. Pretty much, like I've been telling everybody to do this. All my replay reviews, I just tell them the same thing, and that's to get good at half volleys because nobody's good at them. Nobody that I replay review is good at just absolutely smashing the ball into the other team's half. Like just absolutely booming it as hard as you can on every touch. This is hugely important. Just try to hit the ball really hard on bounces, because if you're comfortable doing like a light touch like this that you can actually follow up on, then you're going to be in a lot better position than somebody who just, you know, does this. Like, how often have you seen a touch like this in 2v2? You know, the other team are both retreating, or let's say, okay, one of the opponents is completely out of the game. He's over here, upside down, doesn't know how to recover, and the other guy is going for their back corner boost because they have the coordination of I don't know, a team of Gazelle trying to do a human pyramid. That's right, Gazelle's doing a human pyramid. They have no coordination at all. So one of the opponents is in your goal, the other one is retreating back to the back corner boost. How many times have you seen instead of a controlled ball, somebody just drives into the ball like this, then they're like this, and then they're like this, and then the ball's in the corner and nobody knows what to do. I see this in every single replay in this kind of rank range. Everybody just hits the ball forward. A Gazelle pyramid, exactly. Like, instead of just hitting the ball forward and never turning off ball cam, I would say for you, carry me, you need to practice like making your first touch and simultaneously turning off ball cam, and then just trying to, you know, be able to switch in and out of ball cam while maintaining some semblance of ball control. Now, the most basic and effective ball control that you can have in 2v2 is actually just pushing the ball, and this might seem counterintuitive or overly basic, but it's incredibly effective. Instead of just hitting the ball away from yourself, if you can get good at realizing when you have space and then just push the ball out to defense and force a 50-50, well, guess what? You've just eliminated one of the other team's players, and in 2v2 that is exactly 50% of them. And if you can manipulate that 50-50 in your favor, which you often can, because everybody else, the guy challenging will often overcommit to hitting the ball on the top and trying to get a big win, and you can just, you know, get behind it and limit your own recovery time, then you can stay in the game and make a play. So instead of, like, you know, just giving the ball away with ball cam on, like trying to, you know, just hit it as in whichever way it happens to be facing. Like, I've seen a lot of people do stuff like this, then they'll do this, then they're like, okay, that didn't work. And then they just go back into their own half where they belong. So just try to look for space. Oh, we have time on the ball? Okay, let's just bring it down. If I'm not confident in bounce dribbling or actual dribbling yet, then let's just get behind the ball and 50-50 it. Honestly. It's really, really effective. I was playing some roughly Champ 2 level 3v3 the other day. I was in Champion 3 and I was playing with two friends of mine who are both Diamond 3, and I was trying to teach them a bit about the game. And one of the things I was doing over and over again is every time we had the ball in our back corner, I wouldn't try and make a crazy play with it. All I would do is push it out with no boost, and as soon as somebody challenges me, I would jump. That's all I was doing, just to show how effective it is to my friends who I was playing with. And it was crazy. Like, just pushing the ball out with no boost, seeing when the challenge is coming in, and then just doing a single jump behind the ball to absorb the challenge. You can take an entire enemy 3v3 team out of the game in like one single jump, because for some reason when you're pushing the ball forward in front of you, it's like a idiot magnet. Like, if you just do this in 2v2, they're both gonna come flying in, then you jump and they both like, they're all going, not a thought was given to this recovery, and I'm out the game, and the other team has scored an open net. It's incredible. Like, they just all come flying in from different angles. And if they're not coming flying into the ball, they're getting baited forward out of position, because like you were doing quite a lot in that game, when nothing much is happening, what people tend to do, like if you think about it, like if the ball's over here and somebody's pushing it out of defense slowly, like, what do you think their third man is doing? I'll tell you what he's doing. He grabs the boost and then he does this. He just starts driving towards the play. It's an idiot magnet. He just keeps on going. And the longer that you can bait them in for, the farther he's going to go away from where he should be. He should be in defense. He's just doing this. He's just driving forward out of defense. Next thing he knows, you've perfectly absorbed the 50-50. The ball is flying into their half and they're all out of position. It's insane. Like, I'm not even joking. This is the dribbling play that I want you to focus on. Just push the ball. Just get comfortable pushing the ball. And once you can get comfortable pushing the ball and just doing 50-50s and stuff, then you can try to start, you know, bounce dribbling and ball carrying and all these kinds of things. But the most important dribble, actually, in team games, not 1v1, but in team games, is the rolling ball dribble. 2v2 and 3v3, the rolling ball dribble is king in the lower ranks. Absolutely superior to the bounce dribble and the ball carry, which are far too risky in the lower ranks, because nobody can get the ball under control fast enough and successfully hit a flick to make it viable. Obviously at higher ranks that changes. You're going to test it? Yeah, get back to me. You might need some practice at absorbing 50-50s, because there's a lot of timing involved in it, and obviously you might run into some problems with teammates, because sometimes if you're playing with random teammates, like I would suggest doing this with a team. So if you do this kind of thing with random teammates, they think, oh, my teammate needs help, he's pushing the ball, let me come and help him. Bah! They hit the ball away, and then neither of you have it. So I would recommend doing it with a partied team. Yeah, single jump 50-50 super OP. I just want to basically encourage you guys to try and add some kind of dribbling to your game. And this is the most simple and effective thing that you can add to your game. So you're not just hitting the ball away every time. Like, if you don't know how to dribble at all, then just get good at this. Just push the ball forward, turn off ball cam, get used to playing without ball cam, get used to having ball control like this, and get good at 50-50s. That's all. That's all you need to do. Time it. Jump behind the ball, and then you can use your second jump to practice your wave dashes. Like, you still have a dodge when you do a single jump 50-50. You can wave dash the landing. You can dodge the landing. I just scored that. Don't know. I didn't mean to. Can you send a replay? D2 C1 duos. Well, actually, Nightbot is telling the truth, because I only do it for tier 3 subs, or else I would have an endless and ridiculous amount of replays to do. Unfortunately, that is all I can do it for right now.